This is to the attention of Marty Griffin, or Giffen, or whatever your last name is, from the station of KDKA.com. Marty, I have something I want to tell you, and I would like for you to listen. That and it's kind of complicated to explain. I don't know why you do not want to do this news story. I don't understand it. Everything I've sent into KDKA, it's always been turned down, thumbs down, and everything else. But I am trying to prevent this from happening to someone else, from what I've gone through. Today's Thursday, and Monday I decided to get this insurance premium taken care of for the month of March, because the Greensburg office didn't take care of it. And I called the Greensburg office, and the girl had spoke to me, and she said, you need to call the persons involved over at the Bell Vernon office of American General. Well, I wasn't too impressed to have to go through this, and she said, what seems to be the problem? And I then explained to her that they are very nice on the phone. And she apologized, and she said, well, it's not your, I said, it's not your fault, it's their fault. They don't know how to do a proper job, and they have poor phone etiquette, and they always hassle me when I call in. So given that fact, I took the number off of this lady, I think her name was Donna, and I gave them a phone call. And as luck would have it, I had gotten Deborah on the phone. I told her who I was, and she said, Christine, you don't have to keep calling here every day. And I said, you know what? I told her the same story I did the first time, and the time before that, and the time before that, and the time before that. I said, I can call in here anytime that I want to. You can't stop me from calling here. You know, and I know, if we talk to somebody like that on the telephone, we would get counseled, we would get told about it from our bosses or our managers or whatever the case may be. The customer always comes first. In your case, the consumer, or whatever you want to call it, comes first. You meet their needs. Deborah is supposed to meet my need, my concern. But she was giving me a hard time on the phone. And I explained to her about this paper, and she stated, I'll have one of our insurance representatives give you a call. What's your phone number? And that's when I had started to give it to her. This makes me mad, because you people don't care when somebody has a problem, a serious problem. You don't care. If you would care, you would call. Or maybe you've had days off. I had to do this in a roundabout way. I had to get a payment, a one-time payment for March, and I had to call the headquarters in Tennessee, and they took care of it, because the Bell Vernon office of American General wouldn't do it. And then I called back. Testing. Okay. Sometimes it stops and then it starts. And then I called back to Donna over in Greensburg. And she's... Come on. Hello? This is freezing on me. And I'm getting really irate. I called back over to the Greensburg office and spoke to Donna, and then I said... Hello? This is freezing on me, and I don't like when YouTube does this. And then, to make a long story short, I told Donna that I had just made my payment for March, and I wanted to get this ACH debit taken care of to get this policy reinstated. And I still never got a callback number from an insurance agent over in Bell Vernon. I wonder if even Deborah even bothered to write my phone number down, much less even give it to a representative. And that district general manager, his name is Clint, and he works in the Bell Vernon office. He failed to do his job. When I told you about when I had those major complaints about why it took 3 whole months to get medical test results from that company, which was totally uncalled for. And this has been a huge fiasco, and it needs corrected, and it needs addressed to make the public aware of the situation. How are you going to find out unless you yourself and a crew come out and talk to me? You don't come out and talk to me. I have sent stories in, and they don't think it's new. I don't know. Maybe you don't think this is newsworthy, but I do, because I had trouble with this company. Very serious trouble, because people are not doing their jobs. The headquarters in Tennessee told me that the district general manager would get in touch with me within 72 business hours. Well, I'm here to tell you, Marty, that they never called me back, and 144 business hours went by. Now, something needs done, and it needs done now. We need to get these people, make the public aware that they're making mistakes, serious mistakes, careless mistakes. I'm not in the mood for carelessness. And when I hung up that phone on Monday, I said to Deborah, I said, I want to make it clear that your district general manager, Clint, failed to do his job, and he never called me back within 144 business hours went by, and I never ever got a phone call from him, and I slammed the phone down. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I need to go back to bed because I was up early and I'm tired. Please, I would like some sort of a response via email or phone. If you show a valid interest in it, it would be really great. I don't like it when newscasters call me and they said, oh, we'll make a few phone calls and I'll get back to you. And they never did. So that's it in a nutshell. This Bell Vernon office of American General, I don't have their address, but I can give it to you when you call me. They need reported. We need to make the public aware that these insurance companies are making bad mistakes. At least within my eyes they are. And I want compensated for all this pain, suffering, and mental anguish in the amount of $100. You think about this before it happens to somebody else, because I know it will.